Yeah, Team Take, we wanted to be more about the team. In the past, one player could get everybody hot, which didn't make a ton of sense. So for this year, everybody has to contribute to a single team takeover meter. And once everybody's done their part, then everyone gets hot. So it makes a lot more sense, and it really promotes teamwork.
And of course, a hot topic for the fans is always the new badges. Do you have a favorite new badge that you guys implemented into the game?
I really like the bully badge. That's one of the fun badges where you can be like Giannis and just knock little guys out of the way on the way to the basket. I like Challenger a lot. It's kind of an underrated badge, but it really helps you with your contests. So helps you with closeouts and just making you a better defender. And then there's a new badge system too. So if things are broken up into tiers now, and you have to kind of figure.
Let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Charlotte Hornets. At small forward, Walter Davis. At center, Yao Ming. At forward, Tracy McGrady. At shooting guard, Michael Jordan. At guard, Will, number 7. Forward at 6'10", number 54, Horace Grant. At guard at 5'9", number 23, Calvin Murphy. At guard at 6'4", number 9. Ricky Guerin. At center, at 6'10", number 99, George Michael. At forward, at 6'10", number 35, Kevin Durant. The head coach of the Knicks, Tom Thibodeau. Fans, your Knicks.
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst, Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Well, thanks very much, guys. Of course, the NBA has had some legendary trash talkers. But Damian Lillard says it's not really a verbal assault like it used to be. In this era, it's more gestures. From the watch your head to the too small or rock the baby to Trae Young's theatrical bows, players have their ways of sending a message. Kevin?
And the message usually received, DA. Thank you. And a look at the starters for the Hornets. Yao is out there with Tracy McGrady, and it's Michael Jordan, then it's the Prophet, and it's Davis at the small forward position. And for the Knicks, Grant is out there with Durant, and it's Guerin in at the 2. Well, we're used to seeing a lot of player movement in the offseason, so how long do you think it takes, Doris, for a reconstructed team to get together and find that mesh point?
Kevin, that is not an answer we will know. A season has to play out. Look back to the Boston Celtics, who were 20-21 at one point before going on to the NBA Finals. Chemistry, how you're going to play, new faces, all of these things have to find a way to come together.
Here's Guerin. Passes it to Durant. Over Davis. And it's Durant missing. And here is McGrady. Pass to Jordan. And here's Davis for 3. Offensive rebound. Yao. And finished off by Yao.
And Ming is mammoth in terms of his size, exceptional at using it to snare those offensive rebounds.
Murphy passes to Durant. Here's Guerin. He's defended by Jordan. Inside. Mikan's shot is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's McGrady. Off to a good start as he gets his first shot attempt.
Like the size McGrady has inside. Fantastic at kind of angling his body there for the interior shot.
Doris, let me ask you this. Is Kevin Durant the greatest scoring forward ever?
I think he is, Kevin, but I also think that limits his greatness, because when Kevin Durant is done and you consider the combination of his handle, his shooting, and the size, we've never seen that combination to this level. He will go down as one of the greatest ever, regardless of attribute you're trying to assign to him. You know, outstanding start. You've made 3 of your first 4.
So for New York, their last game, a win against the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, and that one, their rebounding was the difference. Big disparity between the two teams.
That was a coach's dream, to get that kind of effort and intensity on the glass, and for it to pay those kinds of dividends, critical.
A shot by the Prophet, no good. Here's Guerin. He played real well against Atlanta in that last game. Now Murphy. Pass to Grant. Banked in off the glass.
With the ball around the hoop, Horace Grant, a tough man to stop.
Jordan, the pass to the Prophet. That one drops for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Here's Mikan. He's another guy who had a stellar performance in that win against Atlanta. Now the pass to the Prophet. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. New York trailing. Here's KD. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Yeah, this is a testament to how competitive Durant is. Able to score against physical defenders.
The Knicks shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
Now here's Jordan. And it goes down 2 points.
High percentage look for Jordan. It has every move you could ask for in the painted area.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
If there's been a glaring weakness for the Charlotte Hornets these past several seasons, they clearly are not a good enough defensive team. And I mean that both in the painted area and with their perimeter guard play on the defensive end.
Now here is Murphy. He's still scoreless so far in this one. New York moving the ball around. Here's Mikan. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
And Doris with a strong post presence. Could the Hornets have been a playoff team?
Well, I think it's a foundational piece to any championship level defense. Most of the best defenses begin by taking away the painted area and easy shots and build outward, Kevin. So for me, it's more than just individual parts. You have to add in mentality and commitment and defensive principles that are built from the coach on through the personnel.
Here's Guerin. Power down with both hands.
Ooh, just shook his man loose with a crafty play inside.
And then the dunk just tops it off beautifully. Outside, Davis. Passes it to the Prophet. Now Yao. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Doris, since 2000, the New York Knicks have won a grand total of 1 playoff series. What are their issues? Why the problems?
Yeah, I think, Kevin, you always evaluate an organization in its totality. You start with the ownership group, then you go to the general manager, down to the coaches, and how is your roster? What caliber of player is there? Clearly, they have not had stability amongst the GMs, the coaches, or the personnel. It does, however, appear that they are moving in a direction with a clear plan now.
So it's the Hornets now after the missed three from KD. Wasted no time on that one.
3-point goal.
Jordan's got 5 points so far.
And wasn't really a long-distance shooter in college. Jordan really worked on his range ever since being drafted.
Now here's Walker. 9-point game his last outing. Here's KD. No good from 11 feet.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Jordan dishes to McGrady. Pass to the Prophet. And another three for Charlotte.
Yeah, and you got to respect the size McGrady has. Easily seen over the defense there to spot the open man.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
That's a two-pointer from Walker. They need this. And then Hibbert with the dunk.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what, Brett, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
And the Hornets with possession here. Following the score by New York.
2 minutes remaining.
Just 5 to shoot. Yao. And Yao slams it in.
Now check out Yao doing big man things. I mean, this guy's size makes those openings easy picking.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Well, as somebody who grew up in New York and New Jersey, I was a Knicks fan, right? They have such a great history. Think back to the championship team of the 70s, Walt Clyde Frazier, then the Patrick Ewing era, Bernard King. They have had so many Hall of Famers.
Marjanovic checked in for the Hornets. Odom comes in for Davis. Yep, it counts.
They are just killing him on the interior.
17.
The Prophet passes to Odom. Here's the Prophet. Three-pointer. Sean Lewis pulls it in. And Doris, growing up around New York, what makes this Knicks franchise so special?
Well, I think certainly the energy of the city, the passion for the game of basketball, playing in the Mecca, how fired up opponents are to play in Midtown Manhattan. The Knicks are a team that everyone follows.
Clearly a foul.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Hornets.
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Back to Walker. Pass to Lewis. On the wing, Levine. Defended by Jordan. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Nifty move by Levine, improving the handle every year, it seems.
Hornets lead 22-20.
Levine against Jordan. He kicks it to McGrady. There's the pass to the Prophet. Back to Jordan. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Odom dishes to Jordan. From outside the arc, Sean Lewis pulls it in.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Levine's shot is off. Here's the Prophet, guarded by Walker. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
The Hornets shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
And he's good on the second. 5 seconds left in the first quarter. The three from KD. And that concludes a back-and-forth high-scoring first quarter of play. Hornets lead by 3. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return.
feet, fans, and make some noise.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Total intimidation that first period. That is what has helped power them to this early lead.
They've got Lewis. He's out there with Grant. And it's Murphy in at point guard. They're the group. New York will start the second one.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Kevin Durant learned an important lesson at age 11. His dad cooked him one-on-one, dunking on him and talking trash. Durant started crying and he locked himself in his room, but he came to realize, what am I so mad at? It's good to be passionate, but channel it. Once you're off the court, leave it and go back to being you. Kevin?
Great advice. David, thanks. So here's Murphy after Charlotte getting the 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Grant. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
First thing about Horace Grant, he's a glue guy, but also ultra talented. What an asset to this team.
You know, Greg, you played on some gritty teams, and we hear that expression, getting punched in the mouth, and it's not usually literal. But what's that look like on the floor? What's it feel like on the court?
Kevin, you're just out hustling and out muscling the team. At times you'll see it. They've kind of checked out mentally, and I'll tell you what, it is one of the best feelings in sport.
And it's the Knicks with the ball, following the 3 by Charlotte. Murphy passes to Guerin. 5 to shoot. And the shot goes in.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
31.
Charlotte leading by 8. Kerr outside. Passes to Wallace. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by New York. Here's Guerin. Knocks it loose. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. A nice shot by Tucker.
You know, we see this a lot from Tucker. Scores by overpowering the defender with his tremendous strength.
Here's Murphy. Here's Grant. Doesn't go that time. Some solid defense from Gallinari. Here's Kerr. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Personal foul.
Steady shot there by Curry. It's so on target. Even the foul can't send it off course.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And some changes here for the Hornets. Yao comes in for Gallinari. And Curry subbed in for Wallace. The free throw drops for Kerr. Greg, last offseason, the Hornets decided to part ways with their coach of the past 4 years.
Always a tough decision, and this is a critical time for Charlotte. They've got a tremendous young core. They think their time is now, and they want to make a bold move with the new hire.
Kerr kicks to Curry. There's the 3. And again, the Hornets missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And that one's good, Guerin.
Now that was pretty. A beautiful move to set up that jump shot.
27.
Here's Yao. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Yao's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Pass to Guerin. Lewis with it. Down low, Grant. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Grant's got 7 points.
29.
Very strong at just under 7 feet tall. Grant loves using that to his advantage inside.
Yao misses. Knicks trail by 9. Lewis on the way. Yep, that one goes in there.
Now, how about the finish from Lewis? Shrugging off the contact and keeping that focus on the rim.
And finished off by Yao.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Through with the ball. Guarded now by Yao. To the middle. Here's Mikan. Lays it up off the glass. Mikan's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets.
And it's been a rough stretch for the New York Knicks, a team that has only had a handful of playoff appearances in the last 20 years.
It's your Knicks City Dancer.
New York making a change here. Durant's checked in. Lamar Odom, he's checked in for the Hornets. The Prophet comes in for Steve Kerr. Hornets leading by 7. The Knicks are trying to get back to being competitive, GA, but it has been difficult, hasn't it?
They haven't been able to attract top-level talent for quite some time, which is surprising when you consider this big market and the status this franchise has within the city. And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
But look at the basket guy still shaking. Yeah, that's good.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
And the dunk by Grant.
And you know, that level of physicality that Grant brings inside it is awesome to watch. He does a great job with finishing with that power above the rim.
Here's Davis, and Grant sends it back.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Going inside, Murphy. Yao with the block.
And you have to appreciate the reach of Min. Superb at putting himself in a good position there to block the shot.
Kemba Walker.
And so here is New York. It's a 5-point game.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
And the shot goes in.
And Odom isn't easily fazed by aggressive defense. He welcomes the challenge of scoring through contact.
Durant kicks to Walker. The Prophet grabs the board.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
And the dunk by Odom.
Oh, getting to the rim with ease. Lamar Odom, the lefty, with the finish.
Outside, KD. The 3. They get it back. Hornets leading by 9. Here's Curry driving the lane.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
You're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Pass to Hibbert. Now here's Durant. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Atlanta. Second chance shot. Hibbert hits the bucket. Hibbert's got 6 points.
I mean, the number of points they scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's the Prophet. And that one is stuffed right through.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Now here's Levine. 8 points his last outing. Here's Walker, and it's blocked. Here's the Prophet with the drive.
Number 7.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for New York. Trailing by 13. The pass to Durant. Knocks down the 3 ball. 8 points for him.
Well, the ability to score without being the primary ball handler, right? Kevin Durant can catch and shoot as well as anybody in the league.
42.
Here's Odom. That shot is off. Some solid defense from Grant. Durant, wide open, he fires. That three off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And he gets it to go. 6 points for Lamar Odom.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Outside, KD. Back to Walker. Grant surveying the D. Levine against Curry. The offensive rebound, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
Remains New York ball. Coming onto the floor for the away team, Tracy McGrady, Michael Jordan.
5 seconds left to play here in the half. The deep three from Durant. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Tibbs. Going against a high-powered offense like this, I know you have your work cut out for you at the defensive end.
Yeah, you know, they're tough to guard. They put a lot of pressure on you. You can't make body position mistakes. We've got to make sure we're trying to make them work for the points.
We'll see if you can be more effective in the second half. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. The first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. And in that period, the most they trailed by was 3. In the second quarter, they crushed it at both ends, cruising out to a 12-point advantage. Shaq, let's get your take on Charlotte.
They're running the offense beautifully. Good looks, the confidence looks sky high. It's going to be hard for that defense to disrupt their flow at this point.
And over to Kenny. Your thoughts on the Knicks' first half?
The energy on D was good but disappointing. They were slow to rotate. Communication was bad. No effort. I mean, the intensity on that end of the floor, where it needs to be, was just not there.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
That's a big round of applause.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at the Prophet in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, what he did was sustain it throughout the first half. He ran the offense to absolute perfection.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. On the court for the Hornets, they've got the Prophet. Now is out there with Tracy McGrady. It's Michael Jordan, and it's Curry in at small forward.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Murphy can't hit. Charlotte leading by 14. Jordan, a good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Jordan's got 7.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Snatched up. Here's Grant, and the dunk by Grant. Great game for him. Double-double now. 11 points and 10 rebounds.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Now, here's Jordan. He's got 7. Here's Yao. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Passes it to Murphy. Pass to Mikan. Kicks it to Murphy. Pass to Durant. Shot clock at 6. Durant drawing the double team. Shot from 16. And that one's good. Guerin, 8 points for him.
Boy, he's been cooking, but the teammates, he's just not getting a lot of support from them.
And the Hornets call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Davis is checked in for Charlotte.
City Kids. Let's hear it for your Knicks. City Kids.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Stolen. And now the Knicks on the break. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
Big time play right there, showing the activity and ability to impact this game.
Here's the Prophet. He's got 16. And they get it back. And here's Jordan outside. The rebound by Grant. Grant's got 11 rebounds in the game. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, guys. Now we see more and more top prospects bypass college or even leave high school early to make six figures playing for G League Ignite. For many years, going pro at such a young age was something we only saw abroad, but that reality is now here. Kevin?
I like it too, David. The landscape is shifting, and I think for the better. Thank you for the report. That was a second look at our Mobile One Drive. Amazing control on display.
Still going hard, and that kind of energy and effort is how they built this league.
The pass to the Prophet. Here's the three, and the rebound goes to the Knicks.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Hornet lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Kevin Durant.
We talk so often about three-point and restricted area shots, but the best players can score from the mid-range. Count Kevin Durant amongst them.
The Hornets have only one missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them. No good on the free throw. Lewis checked in for Grant.
2 shots.
And the second free throw, good. The Knicks have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Pass to Guerin. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Lewis kicks to KD. Pass to Guerin. Shot clock at 5. Misses the 3. Hornets leading by 13. Cuts off the pass. KD with it. Picked up by Davis. Here's Guerin. 10 points for him. The Hornets pull it in. The Prophet's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Davis, the pass to McGrady. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
McGrady has an impressive vertical there, showing once again with how well he dunks the basketball.
Outside Durant. Now, here is Murphy. Defense is right there. Lewis misses.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
New York takes timeout. The Prophet really making a difference here.
And he's been taking it to the rack all game, and they haven't been able to contain him. They have to put up better fight on the inside.
It's your Knicks City Dancer.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Lewis kicks to Walker. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
You won't find a much more entertaining sight. I'd call that slam dunk contest level.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Levine wide open. Gets a very good look and converts. Levine's got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, surprised he doesn't have more shot attempts. He's been accurate. You'd think he'd want to take control now with them behind.
They get the rebound. Here's Yao. Count that one as his seventh make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now, how about the awareness of Kemba Walker? Make your teammate feel good with a pretty pass, Kemba.
Out to Ingram. Launches it. Guerin grabs the miss. Knicks trailed by 17. Walker in the corner. Beyond the arc. And that comes off the assist by Levine.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Kevin, what's so impressive to me about Levine? It's the all-around play. He affects the game across the board. When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long. Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Charlotte calls timeout. And Levine's efficient as well.
And good shooting numbers, no doubt. Last year, he cut back on the turnovers. And boy, he's still young. There's still tons of upside to be had.
Jordan outside. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half. Well, I love the determination, guys. It's simply not there for him right now.
And it's Jordan with the jam.
Yeah, it's like he just keeps going up and up. Limitless vertical for MJ.
Here's Walker. Nice defense from Wallace.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Here's Jordan. Again, the Hornets score.
Well, Gallinari a scorer at heart, but how about the unselfishness perfectly sets up his open teammate.
Back to Walker. There's 48 seconds left in the third. Pass to Guerin. Looking to get back on track here. And it's sent back by Wallace. And they're able to recover. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Well, I think it kills your energy, and it certainly kills your momentum.
Kevin Durant's checked in for the Knicks. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Marjanovic is checked in.
Second team foul.
And this is where the size of Ming is just too much. I have to foul him when he's that close.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. Grant, he's checked in for the Knicks. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And, you know, he's such a huge figure from a cultural standpoint. Yao is also someone teammates love playing with because of that easygoing personality.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end, but right now the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Out to Ingram. Fires for three. It's rebounded by New York. And a fast break now for New York. KD's got the ball. And that one's good. Guerin
Well, we think of Durant as a naturally gifted scorer. Fact is, this guy understands how to get his teammates open.
79-64.
Here's Wallace. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist.
3 points.
Wallace has got 5 now.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And so it's Charlotte with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Their transition game has been in full effect. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Grant. He's out there with Durant, and it's Murphy in at the 1 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Guerin passes to KD. Shoots the 3. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
82-67.
Davis in the corner, and there's the pass to the Prophet. Charlotte moving it around. And it's the Hornets, another 3.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
Here's Durant, and again it's New York.
Well, you can see that the team relies on Kevin Durant to be consistently productive, and he is delivering.
69.
The Prophet passes to Wallace. Out of bounds, New York takes possession. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
So here's Murphy. Pass to Guerin. To the paint. Murphy can't hit.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Wallace. And it's Wallace slamming it down.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Passes it to Guerin. Grant against McGrady. The jump hook. A second chance effort. Pass to Murphy. Here's Guerin. Wallace covering. 6 to shoot. KD, that's for 2. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Wallace kicks to Davis. McGrady outside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Kevin Durant.
Meeting the defense with power, McGrady holds nothing back and finishes in motion.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Charlotte.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
Also, they've been living in the lane. They're getting the ball in close, and it's had a devastating impact all game long.
Michael Jordan is checked in for Charlotte. To the inside, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
There's just so much Murphy can do with the ball in his hands. He can score himself when he has to, but finding an open teammate like that is always his first priority.
Here's Jordan. Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
If he passes to Guerin. And here is Grant. KD with it. Picked up by Davis. It's stolen by McGrady. Here's the Prophet driving in.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And the dunk by Jordan.
Timeout. I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Well, Greg, analysts evaluate player performances on the floor, and sometimes we've seen the players fire back. They're not happy with the criticism.
You know, it's a risk you take, but if you treat everyone with kid gloves, you're really not doing your job. The audience expects a level of honesty, and quite frankly, players don't mind you criticizing their game. It's when those critiques become personal.
Davis kicks to Marjanovic. Here's the Prophet. He's guarded by Murphy. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Knicks have gone 3 of 8 here in the 4th quarter. Murphy passes to KD. Here's Guerin. And the pass to Mikan. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Davis inside. Pass to Marjanovic. Jordan outside. Lets it go with a 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Mikan's got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside, Jordan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Davis missing.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
96-73.
The Prophet passes to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Man, he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
A little disorganized that time, and the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Yeah, sometimes aggression can overcome certain offensive limitations. You saw it right there.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Here's Marjanovic, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And so much great talent coming into the league, Greg, every year. That 2021 draft class, in particular, looks very strong.
Absolutely. Anytime you got just a couple potential stars, but from the looks of it, upwards of 5, you know it's been a special draft.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. And then for Charlotte, Gallinari, he's checked in for McGrady. Curry comes in for Davis, and Steve Kerr is subbed in for Jordan. For Charlotte, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the 4th quarter. Terrific shooting. Kerr can't hit. New York's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Levine, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
What a fantastic finish by Zach LaVine. Contact, yeah, I can finish through that.
99.
The Prophet passes to Gallinari. And Gallinari throws it down.
Danilo Gallinari.
The Knicks have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the 4th, and even 50%. Thomas down low. Gallinari on him. That's good for Thomas on the assist by Williams.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Kerr for 3. No good on that one. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Here's Williams. That one goes. Count it.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Charlotte.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for the Prophet.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
He takes it in, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Back to Williams. Curry against Turkoglu. Knocked away. Here's Hibbert. Can't hit that one. And the Hornets now going the other way. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Here's the Prophet, guarded by Levine. Gallinari left side. Here's Curry with the three. Drops in the tray.
Curry.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Williams passes to Hibbert. The shot's good.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here's Curry. Offline. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one.
The end of the ball game.
This crowd was stunned, but David, thank you as always.
Thank
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.